Celebrating 10 years on the air, Bay Area Quiz Kids presents the best and brightest local high school teams competing in a tournament of knowledge. Brought to you by the San Mateo Credit Union, Kaiser Permanente, and Samtrans. And now, give it up for the best host on the West Coast, Brad Friedman.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to Quiz Kids. We got another great game for you today because we have two very sharp teams. Over here, resplendent in their quiz team t-shirts, are the Carlmont Scots. And not to be outdone in a fashion sense, here are the Mountain View Spartans. I feel underdressed. Let's begin with the collaboration round. Three ladies, three gentlemen, I like that. Welcome to our game. As you know, in this first match, you are going to be playing as a team in the first round. I will have a 10-point question to give your team, a few seconds to let you collaborate, and a chance to answer me and score the points. If you give me the right answer, that's what happens. But if you give me the wrong answer, the other team will get to collaborate, possibly steal those points away. I'll keep asking, you keep answering until the buzzer says the first round is over. Good luck to both teams, and Carlmont, you get the first question. Its name means place of the gods, probably because of its location about 12,000 feet above sea level. There are more Han Chinese than native Tibetans there, possibly due to government policy. But what is this capital city where the Dalai Lama used to live?
Oh.
Don't know?
No answer.
You can steal.
Kathmandu.
Lhasa. Here's your first question. Though very faint to the eye, the fact that they are so far away must make them the brightest objects in the universe. Able to emit energy greater than dozens of galaxies, what are these interstellar objects with very high redshifts?
Red dwarfs.
Red dwarfs.
No, I'm sorry, Alexandra. Can you steal?
Quasars?
That's right, Hannah. 10 points. Next question. Methods to find them include the quotient rule, the product rule, and the chain rule. Except at points where they are undefined, they represent the rates of change of functions. What type of mathematical operations are the inverses of integrals?
Derivatives.
Yes, for 10. Okay, Spartans, consider the line connected by the points -3, 5 and 16, -10. Find the y-intercept of this line. Alexandra? Alexandra?
0.
No. You can steal.
0, 10.
No, 0 to 12 over 19. Paired with freedom in the title of a Milton Friedman book, this type of economic system usually involves wage labor and the formation of corporations, generally characterized by free markets. What system includes competitive environments and the free flow of money and other commodities?
Capitalism?
That's right, for 10. This country's president, Thomas Klestel, died in July 2004, 2 days before his term was to end. He was replaced by Heinz Fischer as president of what Central European country with capital at Vienna?
Austria.
That's right, for 10 points. El Greco's best landscape painting may have been his tempestuous view of what Spanish city that shares its name with a city in Ohio?
Yes. No answer.
Okay, you can steal.
Madrid.
No, Toledo. Here's your next question. Name the emperor who surrendered to the Allies in 1945 after Japan had 2 atomic bombs dropped on it. Alexandra?
Emperor Tosho.
No, you can steal.
Tojo.
No, it's Hirohito. All right, the next question is, he was the first Catholic to reign over England since Mary Tudor, and he took the throne when his older brother, Charles II, died childless in 1685. What last Stuart king fled to Europe and was replaced by William and Mary in 1688?
Henry the Fifth.
No, you can steal.
Charles II.
Close, James II. And your question, include the correct units in your answers. Find the area of a trapezoid with bases 5 inches and 9 inches and a height of 8.6 inches.
$56.
No, I'm sorry, you can steal. Hannah?
Be 60.5.
Close, 60.2 inches squared. That's the end of the round. Let's look at the score. 10 for Mountain View, 30 for Carlmont. We will take a breather and relax, and we'll come back and meet the teams. Don't go away. Welcome back. I have 2 things to tell you. Number 1, next Tuesday, get out there and vote. And number 2, call us at 650-637-1936. Come down to our studio, watch a show. We'll talk about the issues. Hannah Sarver, captain of Carlmont Scots. Last summer, you apprenticed on a schooner.
Yeah.
That sounds exciting. Where did you travel?
It was off the coast of Maine.
And how long was your apprenticeship?
It was 3 weeks.
3 weeks living on a boat? Did you guys come off?
Yeah, we did 3 or 4 day trips.
Yeah. Very nice. Did you enjoy it?
Yeah, it was a lot of fun.
Want to captain your own boat?
Sure.
Okay, you get to. Zach Meternak, you play soccer. You've been playing soccer since you were 5.
Yeah.
Yeah. And you're on a league team now?
Yeah, I play. Yeah,
Okay.
once.
Is there anything else you'd like to say? Help me here.
There's nothing. I've been playing it for a long time, and it's just been something really fun for me to do.
Yeah, good. You can continue beyond?
Probably not till next year because I'm going off to college.
Right. Okay. John Schneider, also a senior. You worked at a cat hotel.
Yeah.
Was it a luxury hotel or more like an econo lodge?
It depends on how much you want to spend.
So you have actually first-class accommodations versus...
You can get like a bigger suite or a smaller suite, or if your cat's old, you put him in an old, not an old, a smaller one, because they don't want to move around as much. And we let them roam, and they bite us, and it's all fun.
My cat and I are seeking out a different hotel. Let's give a big hand to your coach, Patricia Bronstein. That's how you treat the elderly? Oh my God. Alexandra Shakrala. Hi, Alexandra. You're a senior. And this summer you did a wonderful job. At Stanford, you worked in a pediatric oncology lab. Is this something that you would like to pursue?
Possibly. It was really interesting because I got to sort of understand what it's like to really be a scientist and really do research. So that was an interesting thing to get to see sort of firsthand.
Yeah. And also a very challenging and sometimes heartbreaking field, so good for you for doing that. Catherine Shia, you were right near her this summer at Stanford. You were working as a volunteer at the Stanford Hospital. What did you do?
Yes, I worked on the escort and information desk, and I got to meet a variety of people, and so I really enjoyed making a positive impact on my community.
Do you want to work in a hospital, or do you just want to work in hospitality? That's
Well,
a joke. Right?
Okay.
No. Do you want to go into medicine?
yeah, maybe.
Excellent. Well, that will give you a good chance of feeling the pulse of the hospital right at that desk. Cyrus Pinto, you were at Stanford too.
Yes.
You worked at the Rodolfo Dierzo lab.
Yes.
Which is not medical. It's more involved with ecology.
Yes, it is very much.
What did they do, and what did you do?
Well, basically, during the summer, we're
finding out the effects of the invasive species Cocos nucifera, which is also known as palm trees. And
Those evil palm trees.
I know, they're invading the islands.
Uh-huh.
And the greatest impact is in the South Pacific, and so we're looking at the effect of them there.
Well, that sounds very interesting. Good for you. Let's give a big hand to your coach, George St. Clair. We discovered him 10 years ago on a desert island climbing atop a palm tree. We brought him back. He's now our judge, Mr. Frank Saboti. Frank, you don't look like a coconut at all. We will be right back for the second round. Don't go away. It's time for the lightning round. All right, while the quiz kids put their hands on the buzzers, I'll explain how this round is played. I have a series of 10-point questions here. I'll ask the question, and the first team member to buzz in gets to answer for his or her team. Give me the right answer, you'll score 10 points. Give me the wrong answer, and the other team's allowed to collaborate, possibly steal those points away. We will continue till the buzzer signals the end of the round, but if you buzz in without me completing the question, you will need to answer with the information you've heard thus far. Give me the wrong answer, I will complete the question for the other team. Good luck to both teams. Here's the first question. Thomas Henry was called Darwin's bulldog for defending the theory of evolution. What surname did they share with the author of Brave New World, whose first name was Aldous? Yes, Catherine.
Huxley.
Right. They began in 1095 when Alexius Comnenus needed help defending his empire and called upon Western Europe. Thus was launched what series of missions to deliver holy places? Yes, Cyrus.
The Great Crusade?
Yes, the Crusades is right. Named from the Greek for small stick, they form one of the three domains of life. They were first reported in 1683 by van Leeuwenhoek. What are these prokaryotic organisms known to cause disease? An example of which is E. coli. Yes, Cyrus. What?
Bacteria?
You got it. This low temperature phenomenon can occur in tin and aluminum and in certain alloys. The damping of the interior magnetic field allows what phenomenon in which current flows with no electrical resistance? Superconductivity. This region is divided into 4 provinces, among them Tarragon and Barcelona. What semi-autonomous region in northeastern Spain uses...
Basque.
Say again?
Basque?
No. Uses Spain's monetary system, but its own language, Catalan.
Oh my God.
Hannah?
No answer.
Catalonia. This author's novel, Silas Marner, followed Adam Bede and The Mill on the Floss. Name this author of Middlemarch who used a male pen name. Alexandra.
Evans?
Yes, Mary Beth Evans. She also went by George Eliot. This country celebrates March 2nd to remember the victory over the Italians at Adawa. Once called Abyssinia, this is what Eastern African country whose capital is Addis Ababa?
Ethiopia.
Yes, that's right. Cyrus. Discovered in 1964 by Arno Penzias and Robert Wilson, it has the characteristics of a black body at 2.726 Kelvin. Name this type of radiation that comes from all directions and is thought to be residual heat from the Big Bang. Cyrus?
Gamma?
No. You can steal. Carlmont?
Probably visible. X-ray.
What?
Hannah?
What?
Hannah?
X-ray.
Defer. Say it.
X-ray.
Background radiation. When GIs returning from World War II brought MGs and Jaguars, Hart Early of General Motors convinced management that they needed to create a 2-seat sports car. In its 5th generation, this became what all-American sports car first manufactured by Chevrolet? Yes, John?
Corvette.
Correct. Examples from U.S. history include Payne Aldrich and most notoriously, Hawley Smoot. also known as customs duties. Yes.
Tariffs?
That's right, Alexandra. We have a minute to go. This actor starred in Meet the Parents and Along Came Polly. Who is this? Yes, John.
Ben Stiller.
You're right. Its title character tries to speak for trees, but is ignored by the Onceler.
The Lorax.
That's correct. In golf, this term, once called a double eagle, is used if you take only 2 shots to make a par 5 hole. What bird, once called a goon? Yes, John.
Albatross.
Yes, sir. We have 30 seconds. It includes 2 Sphinx statues, 2 museums, and 217-foot tall tower. What memorial in Kansas City, Missouri, dedicated by President Coolidge in 1926, is America's only monument to World War I? The Liberty Memorial. This disease was once called Mongolism because the faces of the patients afflicted with it resembled those of mongoloids. Characterized by an extra 21st chromosome is what genetic...
21?
Say what?
Trisomy 21?
No. Is what genetic disease?
Down syndrome.
Correct. That's the end of the round. Let's look at the score. 70 for Mountain View, 80 for Carlmont. We will return in just a couple of minutes. Don't go away. Let's take it to the extreme. Extreme lightning round, that is, where the point values are doubled, but the play stays the same. Very close game. 2 great teams. Good luck to both of you. Here's the first question. Subtitled A Novel Without a Hero, its characters include Joseph and Smedley and the ruthless, scheming Becky Sharp. What novel by William... Yes, Catherine?
Vanity Fair.
You're right. He approached Woodrow Wilson at the Versailles Conference, but was denied an audience. After studying as a... That's right, Cyrus. One of Claude Debussy's most famous musical works is his prelude based on a Mallarmé poem called The Afternoon of a what?
Fawn.
That's right, Alexandra. For 12 and 3, this quantity is 6, not 7.5. In fact, this quantity is always smaller than the average if the numbers being considered are all different. What mean is defined as the nth root of the product of n numbers?
Factorial?
No, I'm sorry. You can steal.
Geometric.
Yes. The New Hampshire city where Dartmouth College is located shares its name with the capital of Lower Saxony. What name also belongs to an 18th and 19th century English dynasty that... Yes? Say what?
Ithaca?
No. That included 4 kings named George. You know? Hannah? Gotta say it.
No answer.
Hanover. This man said in July 2004 that French Jews must move to Israel. Though spokespeople claim he was being misunderstood, the French parliament was outraged over comments made by what Israeli prime minister?
Ariel Sharon?
That is right, Cyrus. Queens Wilhelmina and Juliana of the Netherlands. The English kings Richard II, James II, and most famously Edward VIII after marrying a divorcee. What 8-letter word describes what all these people did? Abdicate. This law concerns the value of 2-point charges and the square of the distance between them. What law gives the magnitude of the force exerted by one charged substance on another? Coulomb's law. The native name for this country is Zongo, which means Middle Kingdom.
China.
That's right, Catherine. Their key behavior occurs as electrons fall from the conduction band to the valence band, and the width of the band gap determines the frequency emitted. What type of diode is replacing the inefficient incandescent bulb in many applications, including traffic lights? Hannah?
CFL.
No, I'm sorry. You can steal.
Neon.
LEDs, or light-emitting diodes. A measure of the potential difference or voltage which appears across a plate for a given amount of charge. What electrical quantity is measured in farads?
Oh.
Cyrus?
Conductivity?
Nope, I'm sorry. You can steal. Hannah? Hannah.
No answer.
Capacitance. What 1864 campaign through Georgia ended with its leader presenting, yes, Cyrus?
Scorched Earth.
No. Ended with its leader presenting the city of Savannah to Lincoln as a Christmas gift.
Sherman's March to the Sea.
That is right. They reached their greatest popularity in the 1930s when the LZ-127 and the LZ-129 operated profitable transatlantic passenger flights. Invented by a German count, what rigid airships included the Hindenburg and the Graf?
Blimps?
Yes. Can I accept that? My judge is saying he wants another word.
How about,
I have 45 seconds.
Oh, airships? I don't know.
He's going to say, the judge is going to say, okay. Blimps, Zeppelins, dirigibles, whatever. The final movie is called Ultimatum. Novelist Robert Ludlum created what trilogy whose, yes, Hannah?
The Bourne.
Yes. The barrier being built around it roughly follows the Green Line agreed upon in 1949. The UN recently condemned the Israeli-built wall around what disputed region on the border? Yes, John?
Gaza Strip.
No, with Jordan. What disputed region on the border with Jordan?
Palestine?
No, we're talking about the West Bank. That's the end of the game. Let's look at the score. 190 here for Mountain View. They win the game. Thank you so much for joining us. We'll see you next week. Bye-bye.
The following underwriters helped to make this program possible: San Mateo Credit Union, Kaiser Permanente, Samtrans. Tournament champions will win an all-expense-paid trip to Europe, courtesy of ACIS. Additional support provided by the Burlingame Scottish Rite of Freemasonry, the Knights Templar, and National Academic Quiz Tournaments.